everybody? Welcome back to the CryptoLogic Podcast. My name is CryptoLogic John, and today I'm back with my co-host, CryptoSage. You heard it right, the co-host. If you guys missed the previous episode, we've said that the podcast is introducing a new co-host, full-time person that's going to be working with me, and we're going to be building this podcast together. And believe it or not, we added a third, and I want to let CryptoSage introduce my brother right here in the middle between us right here. That see that smile right there, that handsome smile. Sage, go ahead and introduce my brother.
We got the man, the myth, the legend, one of the most amazing people that I've met on the Twitter scene, on the NFT scene, Snake, Twitter influencer, trying to make it on the scene for YouTube and TikTok. Hopefully we could get him there. But Snake, real quick, just introduce yourself, and then we're going to get into everything that has to do with the market. So go ahead, Snake, real quick.
Yeah, thank you guys for having me and being a part of this amazing movement that we're building alongside each other here with John and yourself, Sage. Myself, I'm just glad to be here, guys. Like you said, Twitter influencer, working, pushing the Web3 scene, the NFT scene, most recent with Ordinals alongside you two, and just here working on this podcast now to build this up from the ground up. Excited to be here.
Let's go.
I'm excited.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I mean, go ahead. See, you want to say
go ahead.
All right, hey, we're still learning to work with each other here. All right, but just give us a few episodes. I'm pretty sure this is gonna be like clockwork. But I mean, I want to, obviously, if you guys see our orange backgrounds and my orange little stress ball here, why is everything orange? Why are we, utilizing the orange everywhere? Like I've been very attracted to color orange. I've been trying to buy things that are orange. You know what I mean? Like it's the color that I'm gravitating towards. Why? Because of Bitcoin ordinals. Yes, what the hell is Bitcoin ordinals? Bitcoin ordinals is NFTs. So the verbiage on Bitcoin, instead of saying NFT, you would say ordinals, right? Instead of saying minting, you would say inscribing. So Bitcoin has evolved to a new higher level because of ordinals, right? A lot of volume has been flowing into Bitcoin. A lot of eyes has been drawn to Bitcoin amid this bear market. And no, we're not in a bull run. A bull cycle has not begun. We're going to get into that in a little bit. But as you can see, Bitcoin's trading at 30K. If you guys can see the screen here. Us personally, Sage initially is Ethereum and Solana guy. Snake and myself, we were, meme coin hunting for a while. And Snake got in the XRP space, and I got in the XRP space after him, and I saw him there, and we known each other way back when in the meme coin hunting days, and we were living off of the XRPL for a little while, and now all three of us here are on, and Sage dabbled in that XRP space as well for a little bit, but now all three of us are here building on Bitcoin. So that is why we're, utilizing the orange, and we're going to be talking about Bitcoin and the market and what's going on around it, and that's one of the first couple of things we want to cover. And what I want to bring up first is the ETFs, right? In our previous podcast, me and Sage spoke about this. I think I'll let Sage speak for himself, but I know that I was saying that I doubt that it was going to get approved. I brought up the fact that BlackRock was like 500 wins to like 1 loss when it comes to the FTF applications with the SEC. The SEC approved like 99% of all their applications. And I was like, I think that the crypto space is not ready for an approved ETF by BlackRock and et cetera. So I think they're going to deny them. And this has happened. Bitcoin spot ETFs rejected by SEC. Applications lack clarity. And that's my opinion. And it's turned out to be a factual statement by the SEC saying that the crypto space, the world, is not ready for mass adoption for crypto because they want to make sure that the clarity is there. The lawsuit's not over yet. We need it with the XRP, with Ripple. That needs to end. There's a lot of moving parts that needs to happen before we can get everything approved and everything rolling, and all the big players like JP Morgan and Bank of America and all the heavy investors, all the big money whales can easily adapt into crypto. And I know I just said a mouthful, but Sage or Snake, what do you guys think about the space of crypto right now regarding these failed ETF applications?
I honestly think when they started coming out, I just think everyone got overly bullish, right? Like they always do. In the last bull market, we kind of saw something similar happen, right? Where I think a company filed for a spot ETF and it got completely denied, right? Everybody got bullish, right? From the news, Bitcoin pumped up to its all-time high, and then when it got denied, we saw Bitcoin crash down to probably like 40-something thousand dollars. And now you're kind of seeing the same thing, even though more companies and more banks are kind of like rallying to get these ETFs approved. And as you can see right now, the SEC says Bitcoin ETF filings are inadequate. You know what I mean? So right now, it does not look that good for the spot ETFs. I don't think personally they're going to get approved. Right, we're still in the bear market. There's still a lot of bearish news out there. Like I said on the last podcast, you still got Binance, kind of like drowning right now. There's so many things that can happen. We're not even in a bull market just yet, so I don't see it happening. I think it's not to. I'm gonna get into some conspiracy theory. You know what I mean? But whales like to be whales, and the way that BlackRock moves, it kind of seems like a little bit of inside trading to me. Just throwing that out there. But go ahead,
Hey,
Snake. What do you?
I don't disagree with that.
Yeah, no, I got a second off of Sage's comments. I don't think that the ETFs were going to come that easy with everything that's happening with Binance and the SEC going after all these exchanges. And right now, it's just a period of them reviewing everybody and getting everybody regulated. So I know BlackRock is the biggest hedge fund in the world and whatnot, but like John mentioned, they only lost once. I don't think they were going to continue on and just keep on winning. I think this is a testament to that. Because if they're getting on a big exchange like Binance, which is the biggest exchange in the world, I couldn't see an ETF coming that easy, just at the snap of a finger, man. I wasn't buying into that, and I thought it was going to be more of an uphill battle than just them submitting their application and getting approval right away.
Yeah, that's.
And go ahead, John. My
No,
bad.
I was saying, I was scrolling through Twitter when BlackRock and all them applied. Like that news came out that they applied for ETF. And like, look, there it is, guys. BlackRock's getting into crypto, and people were like posting screenshots and of articles and stuff like that saying, "Oh, BlackRock has a record of 500 and something to 1 to the SEC." They like that was a narrative that everyone was trying to paint and was saying that look, BlackRock has a 90-something% approval rating when it comes to applying for ETFs and stuff like that. And obviously it's not crypto. It was like other things. But they're saying like when BlackRock applies for stuff, they get approved, right? And everyone was reading onto that narrative, and which is why Bitcoin went from 20K to 30K within like a couple days. So that's why, or 20-some thousand to 30K in a few days. So a lot of people were feeding off and riding that wave. So a lot of people should have that the same old verbiage that you should be saying, right? The saying, was it buy the sell the news, buy the hype, sell the news? I can't remember.
No, you buy the hype and you sell the news.
Yes, buy the hype, sell the news.
Yep.
That you can make money sticking to that script. And it happened again. As soon as people started seeing the hype, that's when you seen the news and stuff like that, and Bitcoin pumped. That's when people should have started selling and not buying, right? If you had already been bought previously, right? You don't want to buy at that time. You want to be already selling, which is why you buy when it's dormant. People like to buy when things go up because they think that they're going to miss out or it's going to keep going.
I think the main problem with a lot of people in crypto, they tend to fall to history where they think just because it happened before, it could happen now, right? And just because they're like 501 doesn't mean that Bitcoin is going to get approved. You know what I mean? Bitcoin can get denied, and it's been denied multiple times. So if it does get denied, yeah, we're going to see Bitcoin definitely spiral down. And I said that on the last podcast. We're going to see Bitcoin fall. And we still got a long way until the next bull cycle, right? Beginning of 2025, like January, February. That's when the next bull cycle is. So we're still in the bear market, man. We're still kind of crabbing it through, man.
We have to get through a whole new presidency. I think a whole new presidency that's still coming. We're sure gonna have to wait and see, like the people who are running for president, there's like a whole. I don't want to get political, but there's like a whole. We might see a whole switch around. Like the candidates that we think we're gonna see is gonna end up actually being two different people. You know what I mean? Like, if believe it or not, I think it's gonna be funny because there's like the current president might not be there running, and then the other one that everyone wants might not be able to run, and then it's gonna be somebody else. It's somebody else. I don't know if you guys want me to say the names. But that's just my opinion.
No, that's not.
I think.
Let this podcast be open for our opinions, and we don't want anybody to be butthurt by our opinions.
It's just an opinion.
Yeah.
I'm not for anybody. I'm just saying this presidential election is gonna be a whirlwind, and a lot of these politicians, you're gonna hear the word crypto come out of their mouth a lot because they know there's a lot of people that are watching. Okay, who's gonna be pro crypto? That is what we have to pay attention to, and we're gonna see that play out here in the next presidential election.
Who's the only president that actually did something in crypto? That's running up.
I know, right?
Donald Trump. Donald Trump is the only person that's running for president that actually has an NFT project on Polygon.
And I think that's why he did it.
Like,
yeah. I think that's why he did it to like, look, I'm one of you guys.
If you're in crypto. If you're in, and that's who I'm going for. Sorry, if I hurt anybody's feelings, but I'm definitely a Trump supporter. I believe, that's who I'm going for. I'll just say that, right? But with him winning, he's definitely pro crypto. He already has an NFT project. What do you think is going to happen when he gets into office? You know what I mean? He sees the potential. Another person that I think sees the potential is Ron DeSantis. That's the governor.
That's one of the people I think is going to end up running. Like he announced his campaign, but be the fourth front runner. I think he's one of the people.
Those are the two people that I could see that if they win, I think we're going to see some beautiful, beautiful movement. That's
what I'm saying. Yeah, if it ends on that side, I think we're going to see a bullish tick, and it's going to lead it because that the presidential elections in 2024, right? And that president's going to get sworn in 2025, I think. Or is it going to be am I tripping?
But check this out. The presidential election is in 2024. The Bitcoin halving is in 2024. There is a lot.
It's just dominoes.
Timing.
It's a domino.
Dominoes. Exactly. So if you're not, like, even though we're saying, hey, listen, these ETFs might not get approved, Bitcoin still can go to $12,000. We're still very bullish on crypto alone. Like, we're still buying crypto. You know what I mean? We're investing into Bitcoin and other tokens. Like, we're still buying, but you just gotta know what's happening. But go ahead. My bad.
No. You have anything in Snake or?
No, I wanted to add that. I do think Ron DeSantis is a great candidate that's pro crypto. I mean, he's one of the main catalyst in Florida. That's they're so ahead of every other state right now as far as crypto regulations are concerned. I know. Yeah, they have a token.
Yeah, Miami Coin.
Miami Coin. I know why there's states like Wyoming that are very crypto friendly as well. But Ron DeSantis definitely stands out for me. Another guy that I didn't hear mentioned was Robert F. Kennedy. He's somebody that
I saw his video. He's all buff doing push-ups.
Yeah, he's like a buff ass dude, man, and he's talking about bringing Bitcoin and making that into a currency and where it hedges against the dollar. And that I'm all for that, and I hope to see somebody that's pro crypto like that definitely take the presidency next year, as well as Trump, man. I mean, when he came out with the NFT project, that thing like skyrocketed in volume, and now just because of who it was. And I remember they were going for $50. They sold out. It was an absurd amount of NFTs that he sold, and they went to almost 1 Bitcoin. Some people were selling or not 1 Bitcoin, 1 Ethereum, and some of them were going to around that price, and people made some really good profits off of that, and I saw people that even hated him buying that, but I also saw people that hated him that didn't want to buy it just because of who it was. And money's money, man. Me.
But the big play is going to be if you get in, during the presidential election and he comes out to win, what do you think is going to happen to that NFT project, right? I'm pretty sure that shit's going to pump and people are going to make a ton of money. Also, with that being said, I don't know if you guys even know this too. Fidelity also files for a spot Bitcoin ETF. That's pretty big.
Oh yeah, right
That's
here.
Yeah.
if you go to
BlackRock,
Watcher.Zero on Twitter, yeah,
Fidelity,
Fidelity.
Valkyrie, Invesco, Wisdom Tree.
Yeah, it. Don't get me wrong. It is. There's a lot, like a lot of bullishness,
Look,
but you gotta remember, man, when things are too good to be true, it's too good to be true. You know what I mean? Like this is crypto, and we've seen Bitcoin and crypto dump 80% in like one day, like it's nothing, right? So you got to be
exactly.
prepared for the worst to happen at any moment in time. That's all I got to say. Just be prepared. We're here. We're still buying. We're investing. And right now, I think we're really paying attention to Bitcoin because the way Bitcoin's moving right now with ordinals, I mean, it's just crazy. Like it's an entire new movement entirely.
Yeah.
Um, Talk about that shit. Like,
Yeah.
cause I'm already rocking the orange background, but we've been building a lot in the Bitcoin space now that you can, launch NFT projects, right? And we talked a little bit about this on the last podcast, but I think we could definitely probably go a little bit more deeper into
Yeah.
like some of the stuff that and the struggles we went through to build that project, Ape Runners, on Bitcoin.
Yep. No, yeah. See, and before we move on, this is the problem that we have. The SC has not offered any explanation, which is why we're in a cold, dark place right now, and that's why I think Bitcoin ordinals, like what we're gonna talk about now, has been taken over. Bitcoin is a truly decentralized place. Um, the people that move the market are the investors, right? The whales, the non-whales, anybody who owns Bitcoin. So having that power of volume is organic because it's not fluctuated with marketing or fluctuating with CEOs and an agenda, right? It's powered by the people. So any project that comes out, anything, it's not gonna have any favoritism or anything like that. The only problem that you could probably get into when it comes to favoritism is third party platforms like Magic Eden or whatever or OpenSea, whatever, favoring other projects over others. But other than that, there's no way that the CEO or anything like that can favor any type of project. It's truly decentralized. So seeing Bitcoin ordinals in 30 days when it comes to NFT sales volume be number 2 to Ethereum, and Ethereum's been around for like what, 6 years for
Yeah.
NFTs since 2018, 5 years since when NFTs come out for Ethereum, 2019 or 2020.
It came out earlier than the last bull market. I think it was around like 2018, 2019,
2018,
around that.
2019, yeah. So
It didn't move until the last
2020,
bull
yeah,
cycle,
yeah.
right? They just didn't
2021.
move. Nobody gave two shits about them. Even during that time, you really had to explain to people and break down what it was. People just didn't understand owning a digital asset,
Yeah.
right? And how it brings value. That's what people don't understand. But with Bitcoin, I see something that's really, really different. And I think even if a project rugs or whatever, that ordinal can always have value, especially if it's inscribed onto a rare sat.
Yeah.
And that's something big in the Bitcoin space right now is these rare Satoshis that that are from the first block or the Satoshis that were used during the pizza purchase, right? That infamous pizza purchase with this one guy buying, I think, like 2 boxes of pizza for 10,000 Bitcoins. Like,
Oh my God, man.
like you know how
that shit
fucking
just
mad?
sounds crazy right now, dude. That shit just sounds crazy.
Like, what's the price of Bitcoin? $30,000. He spent 10,000 Bitcoin on
Was it
fucking
100
2
Bitcoin or
boxes
was
of
it
pizza.
10,000?
I
No,
hope
it was 10,000 Bitcoins.
I hope that pizza was bomb as hell, man. That's all.
Oh yeah, yeah, facts. Talking about dropping the bag, right? He made the worst play ever in his entire life. You know what I mean? And it's just crazy. But yeah, 10,000 Bitcoins he spent on that pizza. And those Satoshis that were in that transaction are immortalized now, right? Like
Yeah.
you can actually get those sats.
10,000 Bitcoin, bro.
Yeah,
Man.
right? and you can inscribe those sats onto images. So if you think about it, if an ordinal or a Bitcoin NFT is inscribed
From
to
Papa John's. He
huh?
bought 2 supreme pizzas from Papa John's for a whopping 10,000 bitcoins. That right now, that's like around 206. That's like, what is it, $300 million right now.
Papa John's ain't even that good, bro. Come on, that's like that's like shitty pizza. You know what I mean? That's but it's just the fact that he dropped the bag and that you can now pick up the bag that he like on his fuck up and use his satoshis and inscribe it onto an NFT is just crazy. You kind of just make it forever valuable because right now people are paying up to like $90,000 just for one rare sat. That's not even worth a penny. It's just fucking crazy. Like the Bitcoin space right now is the wave, but it's just crazy. Is that actually the pizza?
They said this is the supreme pizzas purchased by him in 2010.
It's not even, bro. It's not even a big pie. That's just so crazy, bro. That's just so.
He probably could have bought out the Papa John's franchise with that money, man. Now, like, had as many Papa John's pizzas as he wanted.
It's just crazy how ordinals kind of like. I remember the day. Why I'm even here in ordinals is because of this man right here, Snake. I wouldn't be in ordinals if it wasn't for him, bro. I was so and Sage was telling me before, like, hey, start dabbling into other blockchains and start expanding your horizon until you find it's not just one community. Don't be like a one trick pony. Don't be hooked on one place. Expand yourself, and be a jack of all trades in the sense of like, the world's big, and I don't want to be like a maxi, right? XRP maxi. So I was like kind of pushing back. Nah, I gotta stay on XRP. I gotta stay on XRP. Like I'm not going anywhere else. And I remember me and Snake was talking. Snake said it so subtly. He's like, dude, this ordinal stuff, I don't know what it is, but I'm learning it right now. This thing is going crazy, dude. And he was like, bro, it did like 300. It's like 3 million in like a week or something. I don't know what it was. It was like 1 million in a week or whatever. And I was like, I'm gonna figure it out. He's like, I don't know what it is, but I'm gonna figure it out. And then boom, we kept going. And he bought me my first ordinal. I think it was a punk. What was it? It was like one of those little punk ones. Bitcoin punk?
Yeah.
Some shit like that.
Yeah, it was
that thing was like $2 and it went to like $50 or $100 for one. And they had 10,000.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. And then I was like, yeah. What is this thing? Here, set up your ordinals wallet. This is the link. He became a master over 24 hours. He figured everything out. He figured out what wallet to use. He figured out the site to inscribe. He figured out what it means. And he started following the right people. He's like, dude, we gotta pay attention to this. He's like, we gotta hop on over here and start learning about this. And I was like, all right, I'm going with you then. And he got in my first ordinal, and I just started going. And the same thing with Sage. We got Sage on, and then Sage's whole freaking social media, everything's orange now. Everything's orange. Everything is just orange.
I'm Bitcoin at this point. Like I'm fully Bitcoin. I mean, I used to be a Bitcoin maxi back in the day when I first started crypto. Because for me as a person, bro, I didn't have money like that. So when I was able to obtain my first Bitcoin, and it just go crazy, like you feel good about that. I think Snake, you have what, 1 or 2 Bitcoin? What do you have?
Yeah, I have a full Bitcoin.
Yeah. So it's a good feeling, and you become a natural maxi. And now I feel like I'm getting that Bitcoin maxi feeling again. You know what I mean? Like with the orange, it's just fun. It's a wave.
It's truly decentralized. Truly decentralized.
Yeah. I don't know about truly decentralized, but I mean, yeah, in a way, just
third-party applications can mess with it. Imagine things
because
like that.
There's nobody like we had a conversation before about like, you can talk about the owner of Ethereum, right? If they go rogue or Charles Hopkinson goes rogue on Cardano, right? You'll see, Cardano just tank, right? With Bitcoin, there's nobody that can go rogue. Like we don't know who Satoshi Nakamoto is. We don't know where he's at. If he's alive, dead, we don't know. But all we know is that his wallet has been locked for years. And at any moment, I mean, if he is alive, his wallet could unlock and he could dump the market. But we don't know. we're praying on that. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think that's something that's gonna happen. I don't think that's something that's gonna
No,
happen.
no.
You
And
know,
add to that, that's Bit Amigos. I remember
Bit
now. It was the Bit
amigos,
Amigos.
bit
It was the Bit
amigos.
Amigos, and we got into that, man, when it was literally just came out. We could have probably bought like 100 of those
I
and be laughing
know,
right now,
I know.
sitting with a
Good
couple Bitcoins
amigos.
ourselves. So it's like
They sold
they were going
out
for like two.
10,000. They were the first
Yeah,
10,000 collected on Bitcoin and sell out
yeah, they sold
Oh
out. We
shit.
saw it in real time, and they shot up to around $50. And I
for
remember,
$2 to $50. That's insane. So imagine
yep,
at the time spending $100. You know what I mean? How many you'd have at $2? You know?
Yeah,
yeah,
but shit's fun,
and
yeah.
that was when inscriptions were. We had got into the at the time. It was before 1 million inscriptions were done, and we were in the space at that time, and we saw it go from 1 million. Now we're past 12 million now
Yep.
inscription. So it's like it's from that time till now, it's grown crazy huge in such a small amount of time. And the only thing that is stopping them, it would be, is if Bitcoin were to disappear, which is highly unlikely to for something like that to
Yeah.
happen. I do think, like Sage said, it could definitely overtake Ethereum over time. I think it could definitely be one of the, if not the premier NFT ecosystem out there. I mean, they're number two. You're seeing it right now on
Yeah.
CryptoSlam, as John's showing it for himself. Like, that's insane, man. Like, for them to be,
In the last
they
30 days,
overtook.
number 2. All
Yeah.
time, they're in the top 10. They're number 9. But that's, I mean, these have been around for like years.
Yep.
Cardano, Ethereum, they've been around for years. So Bitcoin's already in the top 10. It's been around for less than 6 months.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro,
Which is crazy.
all I'm
Imagine where it's
thankful.
gonna be by the bull run. Just I remember in the last podcast, the recent podcast, me and Snake and Say we talked about this off camera too. Just we're not even in a bull run, so just imagine when the bull run comes back and everyone has that NFT hype again. And I'm not even talking about crypto. I'm talking about NFTs. How people that aren't in the space right now that don't know
You
about
just sold the ape
ordinals.
one right now, just on this podcast. Someone just
Exactly. That
yeah.
and no one knows about ordinals. They're gonna come on Ethereum. They're gonna come on Solana. Oh, Solana's dead. Oh, they're gonna go Avalanche. Oh, what the hell's going on here? Nothing ever happened with Avalanche. Polygon. What is this Bitcoin stuff? What is this Bitcoin stuff? Bitcoin has NFTs. What? They're gonna go to Max Eating. They're gonna see a street like what? And that's when that hype is gonna come. We're gonna get more investors, more buyers, more people that want to be involved. That hype that Ethereum has, more like the cult following will come back. Right now, it's just diehard people who are in the space that never left. Like,
Yeah.
and every now and then you'll have new people coming in, but when it's a bull run, the amount of people that aren't in crypto that just flood in is insane. You guys know what it was like. The Super Bowl commercials,
Yeah.
Tom Brady, Steph Curry, everybody talking about FTX and all these, cryptos, and it was insane. It was insane. Like your grandma was texting you about crypto. You know what I mean? Like now, right now we don't have any of that. But when that comes back, and everyone's talking about crypto, just wait for the ordinals to even blow
I mean, but
more.
they're preparing for it. They are
Yeah.
preparing for it, right? Like companies right now are gearing up for the next bull cycle because if you look at Instagram, I don't think anybody even fucking knows this, but you go to Instagram, you could put your NFTs, like you could show off your NFTs on Instagram now. Like I don't know
Yeah.
if you know that.
No, yeah, you
So
can't. Twitter can do it too. Yeah, Twitter's been able to do it. Twitter, Instagram.
Twitter was the first one, but
Yeah.
for Instagram, these are the biggest social media platforms now. And they're putting, they're allowing you to put your NFTs up, so they see the wave, they see the potential that NFTs have, and when the next bull cycle comes, it's already going to be there. That system, that future is already there, and everyone's going to hop on it because it's like we always say, it's just a new way to flex, right? Everybody in the past was flexing their Jordans and shit like that, their clothes, their outside shit, their cars. Now it's like the new thing is social media, is the internet. It's your presence on the internet. So you're flexing basically here. You know what I'm saying? On Twitter, my profile pic like $15,000. And that's how I used to flex on Ethereum. I mean, when I used to buy shit, I used to just put my shit used to be like 15K just on that alone. It's crazy. But yeah, man, I'm sorry. I went crazy with it, but go
Don't
ahead.
worry about it. You're speaking facts.
But yeah, man, I mean,
Exchanging the world.
Yeah, definitely changing the world. There's still a ton of hype, man. Real quick though, because I know John, like I always go to John because he's this XRP guy, and I don't want his people to ever feel like, he forgot about XRP, which he kind of did. But so John, what's going on with XRP, man?
Oh man, sorry, I was replying to my wife. Sorry, guys, but I just told her I'm still in the podcast. So you guys, so my content creation journey really started with XRP, right? That was the first thing I was screaming, other than this meme coin that me and Snake were in, right? But when it comes to XRP, I've changed my tone to not be so excited about every bit of news that comes out on XRP. That was how I kind of grew my following, and how I kind of like got known for screaming XRP family, which I still will do. But I would blow things out of the water that was just minuscule news, like just random, like basic news, right? And I just have a more realistic approach, because you can't keep doing that for over a year, 2 years, because it gets old. So I have a more realistic approach. I feel like I've always had a little bit of more realistic approach. Like I never was the one that was like XRP is going to go $10,000, right? $100. No, my thing was like get to all time high first, get to $3, get to $5, then we'll talk, you know. And so I've always given my content that realistic approach when it comes to XRP. Sometimes I'll troll and have fun with it, but when it comes to XRP, the lawsuit is going to end at some point. It has to, right? It's going to end. I think it'll end this year. It has to end. The best case scenario is for it to end before the bull run. Why? Because when it ends, we can get rid of that first initial pump from an ending, because it's going to end. There's going to be a FOMO pump. People are like, hey, the lawsuit's over. It's going to pump, and it's going to crash really hard. Why? Because of people that have been holding XRP for over 3 years, right? 3 to 4 years. Those people are going to sell finally when it goes back to all-time high, or when it goes to $4, $3, or $2, whatever the case may be. People are going to sell. It's going to crash, and then it's going to sit idle around $1 or $2. The $5 mark, $4 mark won't come until the bull run, and by then, when the bull run comes back, XRP should be relisted back on Robinhood, should be relisted back on Coinbase, should be relisted back all around the world where the whole world can buy it. So now it has every opportunity to have the volume that it needs to get to the $4, $5, $6 with no excuses, right? You can't buy it. You know how hard it is to buy XRP right now? You have to go on Uphold and do all this. Like, that's the only place you can buy it, really. And you have to go like BitGet, or, you can't just go on Coinbase and buy it. Like, people are going to be using XRP to swap their money, because Bitcoin, Ethereum, they take forever and it's expensive. Like, if I want to get paid, I'm going to get paid in XRP because it's faster. I know I'm going to get within like 10 seconds. So people are going to be using XRP. Another catalyst, I think XRP has been in the top 10 for, since 2017 or so. All the big projects that were there that took a lot of the volume away from it because of the lawsuit, Luna, Solana, Avalanche, Polkadot, like a lot of those cryptos, 3 or 4 of them are not going to come back in the top 10. Luna's never coming back. I don't think Solana's ever going to come back to the $100, $200, $300 market that it was before. That volume, where is that volume that was there before going to go? Binance is having its troubles. That volume is going to end up going to XRP, Ethereum, Bitcoin, those top three. So that's my thoughts on it.
Sorry, I left for a second.
I hear myself. Okay, not anymore. All right, cool.
Oh, okay. Do you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, my bad.
So that was my big old XRP rant.
I know Snake, are you still pretty bullish on XRP?
Sorry.
Yeah, no, I love XRP, bro. Like, that was the
Me
first
too.
token I ever got into. That was the first token I was ever introduced to in crypto. I knew about Bitcoin, but XRP was the one that
Same.
I got introduced to. Shout outs to Kai. He was the one that introduced me. He got me into it, gifted me my first crypto, which was XRP, and then it's one of my biggest holdings with Cardano and Bitcoin. So yeah, no, I'm a big fan. I don't think it's gonna go to 10,000 like John mentioned earlier. I don't think that's realistic. I do think it could potentially do what Solana did in the last bull run. It can make a run up. To $100,
Oh,
that's probably like,
If it has 100
Snake.
bucks, you know how many millionaires there's gonna be?
yeah, but then
Holy shit.
that's even to me,
You
that's
believe
even
that,
reaching
Snake? Do you
too.
believe that?
No, I'm just saying it could potentially do it. I don't know, necessarily think it will, but I think it could potentially do a run up, similar to what Solana did. Whether it's $100 or I'll be happy if it goes to $5, man. To be honest with you, so
Yeah, me
if it
too.
goes to $5,
$5.
I'm happy.
I'll be
Yeah,
able to buy a
$5.
house. I'll be able to buy a house.
Because
XRP,
Yeah,
baby.
because market
I'll be able to
cap,
buy a
you know,
house.
yeah. The market cap's way too high. That's the
yeah,
thing.
if it was to go to 100, if XRP was to go to $100, the market cap would have to be fucking insane. It would be so much money, it'd just be insane.
Yeah,
$5, if yeah, realistically, $5, I could see that happening for sure. I really just I feel like the XRP space though isn't kind of growing like every other space. I feel like Bitcoin has NFTs, the space is growing. ETH, Solana, all these other spaces are doing cool things, and XRP is kind of like the old man version. And I personally think like ADA, and I love ADA, but ADA for me is like grandpa coin. I always call it grandpa coin. You know what I mean? It doesn't really do too much, but I love Charles Hopkinson, right? But I feel like
yeah.
XRP is really, really the one lacking in the space where, it doesn't really have a lot of things. It has that strong community, but no one's really like building anything with XRP. I don't, and it might
I mean,
be because,
Sologenic and stuff like that. That's what they're trying, Sologenic, Corium, and stuff like that. Those are things that.
oh my God, I was just,
Yeah.
as you guys were speaking, I'm looking at Corium's price right now. Corium just hit 9 cents.
Pummeling,
So, and I personally think, I think Corium could potentially go down to like 5 to 2 cents. What do you think, Snake? I don't even know if anybody knows what Corium is on this
Well,
chat.
Corium's a layer one that's getting built on top of the XRPL, and they're tied to Sologenic. They're a coin that has similar tokenomics to Quant. So if they're an interesting coin, man. Like that, I do think it can go down lower as you're saying, because there's still 2 more airdrops coming. So what ends up happening when airdrops are coming is that they'll just dump the token. Most people will just dump it for profits, and then the price will readjust, and then but I think the potential they have, they're the only ecosystems within the XRPL that could definitely make some noise. I think they can make even more noise than Sologenic. Not to say that one's better than the other, but I think that the tokenomics there, it's similar to Quant. So if it goes, it can go, and it'll go really quick, real fast. But
Quant's another one. Now that
time
you
will
mentioned
tell.
Quant's another one, and I'm
yeah, I love
really
Quant too.
getting very, very bullish on Quant. I think Quant's gonna have a crazy, crazy run up in the next bull cycle too. I mean, Quant the other day was at like 90 something dollars, and I'm looking at it right now, it's at 109. Quant is something that I could see do very, very well, man. Has a ton of potential. Are you guys buying any Quant right now, or are you just waiting?
I'm waiting. I initially bought at 40, but I initially bought at 77, and I bought more at the 45 when it hit 45. But I would love to get some more under $80 or so. I think it's gonna happen when Bitcoin, tumbles below the 15K mark. I think a lot of the cryptos will be pulled down with it, and it'll be a
Oh
second
yeah.
chance. I mean, another crypto that I'm obsessed with is LCX. I think LCX is gonna be a very powerful exchange. They're really competing with Binance, and with Binance having its legal troubles, I think that's gonna be the catalyst for allowing LCX to take over. In regards, because they're a regulated exchange based out of Europe. They have full regulatory clarity in Europe, so it's something to look at. I've been talking about LCX for a while, and I love
Yeah,
that
I think
token.
you're like the only guy that talks about
Yeah,
LCX
they
too.
have a good supply. They have everything they need to get to the $1, $2, $3 mark. I think they have like 900 million or something like that tokens or some shit like that. It's fucking amazing. All time high
Yeah.
for it is like 68 cents, and right now it was like I think it's like 7-8 cents right now. I initially bought in at 2 cents. way back when. I have videos on it on the podcast, buying it for 2 cents, telling people about it. And it's pretty cool token you guys, or project or platform. You guys people need to take a look at it. Not financial
Yeah.
advice, of course.
Yeah, I agree. I think you were the one calling out LCX, so shout outs to you, bro, because you've been calling that out for a minute, and they're the only regulated exchange that you're saying. And while there's a lot of
In
different
Europe, of
exchanges getting
course, just in
popped
Europe.
in
But
Europe,
I
but
mean,
that's still
yeah,
it's still a big thing, man. So you can definitely see it drizzling over to different countries in the near future, with them being one of the only ones out there. And there's so many in the US right now that have a lot of uncertainty at the moment, where we don't even know if they're going to be here in the next 12 months. So it's something definitely to look at. Not financial advice, guys, but yeah, like I'm a big fan of LCX and XRP and Corium and ADA and of course Bitcoin, man. I mean, with the ordinals, with what they're doing right now, and the hype and the way it's moving, bro. It's like me and you talk about every day off of it, these podcasts, that uh we're seeing things being built in real time, and we wish we could see that in within the XRPL ecosystem. We just see, just projects like Corium and Sologenic doing their thing, but we want to hopefully in the near future see more projects in that ecosystem flourish, as we're seeing them
yep,
being the only ones that are really separating themselves from the rest, for sure.
yep.
Yeah. But with that said, man, what did you think of the of I don't know if you heard that whales are moving around 1.3 billion
Yeah, I saw that. That's
in
insane.
Bitcoin, bro.
I don't know what they're doing, but I wish we got Sage also talk about this. But I think his connection lagged out. But right
Yeah.
here, whales move over 1.2 billion in Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Dogecoin. It's insane.
Yeah,
Um,
there's a lot of movement going on right now, and I don't
I don't
know.
know. They're moving into another wallet exchange, Coinbase, new wallet. I just wonder. I don't know. What does this mean? They know something's coming. Like, what's going on? They're getting ready to cash out. Like, they're just
Yeah,
really
most of them are moving them out of exchanges into
cold.
their cold wallets. Yeah, so I don't think that you when you're there when it's the opposite, it's because they're trying to cash out. So right now they're trying to hodl, which means to me, I don't know. I don't know, but that's a lot of Bitcoin that they're moving around right now, and something worth keeping an eye on, because
Yeah,
it's, when you're seeing the big money moving, it's something, it means something, bro, every time when I see that. Now what it means, time will tell. I don't know. I do know that that's a lot of money
yeah,
that's been being moved, bro, and that's
yep.
something that is worth bringing up in the podcast. And I saw that, and then I saw also that the Bitcoin, we mentioned earlier, Bitcoin spot ETFs were rejected by the SEC. We covered that, and then I also saw that crypto ATM firm Bitcoin Depot is going to go public
On
on
Nasdaq.
Nasdaq July 3rd, which is next week.
That's
And
gonna be crazy.
yeah, that to me that's big too, because that's there's a lot of big that's a lot of big movement, man, with Bitcoin happening, even with if there's any FUD or if there's ETFs being rejected, there's still these little bits of news that are coming out, and they just sprinkle it where a lot of people aren't really paying attention. And I think that's the Bitcoin ATMs. Where I live, bro, they have them in every freaking supermarket now.
Yeah, I see
And
about all the liquor stores and the markets too.
yeah, I see them in liquor stores, markets. You can basically get your hands on them anywhere, and you can even buy Bitcoin on these things. So the fact that they're going public on Nasdaq, I mean, a year ago when me and you, or even when me and you first met, bro, like if you were to tell us that this stuff was gonna be going on Nasdaq, we would freaking laugh,
Yeah, I'm
because
like,
this wasn't
not
even
right now. Yeah, no way.
yeah, and now we're seeing it happening in real time. So to me, it's definitely something that's cool to see in real time, for
Yep.
sure.
Yeah, man. I'm just excited for um what we have in store when it comes to crypto, ordinals, right? We launched our project a couple months ago, the Ape Runners. If everyone
Yep.
can see in the background right there, we had a 3K collection. We sold out. We're trading over 1 Bitcoin in volume. Um, it's huge. I'm gonna pull it up on the site. But I mean, it's just the beginning of things to come. Our token coming. We have our Satoshi Runners, another project that's part of the Ape Runner family, right? So we're building great things here for the community. We're building great things here for the entire Orno space. As you can see here, we have we gotta get this floor price up, but we'll be fine. It's just a couple people, right?
Yep.
Um, we're trading over 1 Bitcoin volume. I think we have the cleanest art on the Bitcoin space in the Bitcoin space. Now with reverse inscriptions, what's it called? Reverse incursions, or what is it called?
Recursive inscriptions.
Recursive inscriptions. It's gonna change the game, and I'm just happy that we're the first to do it without it. Right now, everyone's gonna be having premier art on there, but we were one of the first to do it like the hard
Yep.
way.
Yeah.
The hard way. Now everyone's gonna be able to do it, like the easier way, and it's gonna be with all the traits and everything played out. We're gonna be doing it too. We're gonna have, we're not gonna stop. We're gonna keep going with some amazing artwork. We set the tone with it, I think.
I think we're one of the first, bro. Like you mentioned, we were literally one of the first hand drawn, because everything at the time when me and you came
Pixel and
was pixelated.
and
It was all
derivatives.
pixelated.
And we're
Derivative
the first
artwork.
original too. We're the
Yes,
first
we were the first
hand-drawn
original
Yep.
hand drawn ape project on the Bitcoin Ordinals. Thanks to Jet Polino
Yep.
from that's our artist. He's somebody that won second place on Ether Guys. He's done a collabs with Azuki Beans, and he's worked for Gajira, which is an OG project on Ethereum. They've done over 7,000 Ethereum volume. Like we have we're proud of our product, like everything that we've been building, and not to mention the superstar team that we have with yourself, John, and CryptoSage, and you guys definitely deserve always a lot of credit for everything you guys are doing in the background. We got myself, Eggbirds, King James, Tamika. Like we got a big solid team, and Jet is the superstar,
Yep.
artist, which the artwork is what made NFTs what they are. It's art first, and we came over there and we paid a pretty penny to put these on the ordinals, and now with recursive inscriptions, it's substantially lowering the price like 70-80% now, because they're being able to inscribe them with layers, and then with the HTML code they're using that code to be able to put it together. I think a couple days ago you showed me the tweet from Magic Eden, bro, where they were doing it showed you the like how it worked on Magic Eden now that they're doing it.
Oh yeah, it's insane. It's
Yeah,
insane. I don't know if I
like
can pull
it.
that up, but it's insane. Oh man, I don't know if I can find it, but it's on my Twitter page, I think.
Yeah,
Bro,
I remember you retweeted it, and that's something that's big. And not to mention that Magic Eden, like they were a freaking Solana marketplace. Now it's I don't nothing against Solana, but they're a Bitcoin marketplace now. And they're looking more like a Bitcoin marketplace
yeah.
nowadays, and now they're even adding the BRC20 token, which, as you mentioned earlier, we got the DGNX token coming out, guys, which is going to be part of our ecosystem, that you're going to be able to use that token for many things, including being a part of our DAO that's going to be going live right after the token drops, guys. And you're going to be able to use that DAO to vote on the things that we're going to be doing in the near future. And we're adding a lot of utility every day. So the only way you guys are going to find out is by joining our Discord and
Yep.
following our Twitter page,
I'll have
and
everything linked.
everything's going to be linked, guys. So John is a legend. Definitely want to join the Discord, because you see a lot of degenerate stuff going on in there, and it's some stuff is you're they're flirting with that line, but everything's always respectful
Flirting
and
with
funny,
that line.
man.
It's true. It's flirting with that line.
Yeah, they're flirting with that line, but it's always respectful and in fun, and our main utility is the community, man, because without the community, whatever we're trying to push on the as far as utility, it doesn't matter without without the strong base community which we have, and we're definitely proud of what we built. And even on the launch, we had a couple of hiccups where we had to pivot,
Yeah.
and we pivoted like a champ, and we still sold out in around 48 hours, guys.
Yeah.
And it was it was definitely a nail biting situation, but we managed to get through it, and we're still here, and we're building through the bear market, and we're excited for what's to come, man. As he John mentioned, Satoshi runners, you don't want to miss out on those, man. The only way you get on that whitelist is by owning an ape runner. He showed you right here on live on our podcast
Yeah.
that you can get these off the floor on Magic Eden right now in secondary. And since we started ramping up the token drop, and the BRC20 and our new drop with the Satoshi runners that's related in the ape runners ecosystem, is the sales have been going up like crazy again. You're seeing some of the apes on secondary going for over 200
$200,
bucks.
250. Yeah.
Yep. So it's exciting, man. Just to that, and we're passionate, man. Like, you can definitely tell by seeing how long John's been in the space. Anybody that knows Sage, he's been in the space for a few years himself. He has his own resume in his own right with Marshmallow Dudes. Sold out a project on Ethereum, sold out a project in the XRPL, and now sold out a project on Bitcoin, man. So this guy is has a great resume in his own right, and we're up here building and making some damn noise, man. And we're just getting started, man.
Yep.
So you definitely want to keep an eye on what we're building, dude, because we're gonna be dropping a lot of alpha in some of these podcasts that we're throwing, and this is just the beginning. Like, we're gonna be throwing alpha with whether it's our project or just news, and we're gonna be
Yeah.
covering news from all over the place, man. Whether it's ordinals, XRPL, what we think that people will want to know on this current market. And I'm just happy to be on the platform with John and Sage,
Yeah.
and starting this show, man, because we're gonna try and make this one of the premier shows. And we're even gonna get our our uh our community to be able to see these videos first
Yep.
by being a part of our community. So just a couple perks that you're gonna be able to get by being a part of our lovely ecosystem, man. But with that said, I don't want to hog the mic, brother. Did you wanna did you wanna
Nah, you're good.
did you want to add anything, or what do you
Nah.
think?
I mean, I'm just, bullish for what we have coming. I'm really excited about Bitcoin. I'm happy to be part of this project. You know, selling out and creating this and creating more stuff for the community, our merch and everything like that coming. Next time we on the podcast, hopefully we have we're rocking our merch, trying to get that settled soon. Sage was wearing one of the DJ Titans ones, but I want to get some 8 runner ones too. Both, right? But
Yep.
yeah, I'm just happy to be, here working with you and Sage, building this thing out. And, with Eggy and James and Tamika, everybody involved, Jet. And I'm just excited to see where we go. I know that this is just the beginning. It's tough in the bear market to keep things hype and keep things going. It's easy in the bull market. It's easy to have hype. It's easy to sell things out in the bull market. It's so easy, right? It's
Yeah.
not in a sense of like easy. Like it's if you know what you're doing, it's easy. So doing
Yeah.
it in a bear market is hard because people have to really believe in what you're doing, and that's what we strive to do. Like, we're trying to showcase to the community that, hey, we're here. We're not going anywhere. Like, you don't leave in a bear market, like, you stay in a bear market, so then you reap the rewards in the bull market, because when the bull run comes back, everyone that stayed is going to be up tremendously, because all the new people are going to flood it and push the low prices higher, and the original people that are in before it got high are going to be able to sell or cash out or whatever the case may be and make good profits. That's the name of the game.
Yep.
So
Even the OG projects were impressed by us selling out. They
yeah.
said for us to sell out a 3,000 piece collection in a bear market is not an easy task to do.
Yep. That's true. And then, and I'm just really excited for what's to come. I really do think that we are barely scratching the surface of our potential. You know, Sage isn't coming back on this podcast. He just texted me saying his phone's overheating. I told him to get a freaking computer. He won't do it, man. I'm trying to tell you, use a laptop or something. Like, he uses his phone for everything. Like, your phone's gonna overheat. Like, so he can't, he's not getting back in. But regardless, Snake, you know, Snake is gonna be a recurring host on this show with Sage. So I'm excited for the consumers to get this content. You know, I'm really excited for it. Thank you guys for, you know, listening this far. If you guys listen this far, you guys are a legend. If you guys listen this far, drop orange circle emojis or oranges, anything that has to do with orange in the comments or in the Discord. Join the Discord and just drop oranges. I'll link everything in the description, and you'll be entered in a giveaway. We're going to give away some Bitcoin for you guys, and just let me know, because the people who made it this far will be able to enter, right? You know what I'm saying? So the people that made it here this far, dropping orange emojis, you guys will be entered in a giveaway to get some free Bitcoin. And, you know, so I'm going to check. I'm going to watch those emojis. This usually works a lot. A lot of people, they're here. The ones that are here, they start putting the emojis in the comments. So, you guys, without further ado, I don't know if Snake had anything closing statements, but for me, I'm just bullish. I'm excited to be here and continue growing with Sage and Snake and DJ Titans and everybody. I don't know if you have anything else to say, Snake, on closing.
No, you covered it perfectly, brother. I think with everything you say, I'm just seconding right beside you, and just glad to be here and glad to build alongside you and Sage and for the DJ Titans, everything that we've been building since we got together, bro.
Yes, sir.
We've been building, and we've had this vision, what we wanted to become, and look at us now, dude. Like, we sold out on Ordinals. We got this podcast going. We have an amazing community. We're about to sell out our second project on Ordinals, with coming out with a BRC20 token. I mean, I couldn't have written a better script myself. And doing it in an amount of time we did.
Yep.
We got together in April. We sold out in May. So that's just a testament to our hard work and our passion for the space and what we want to do, man. That's my closing statement, man. I'm just glad to be here.
I'm likewise, man, and you guys, make sure to drop those orange emojis. Thank you for staying tuned for another episode. We'll be back next week with another one, and Sage will make sure he have his iPad or something instead of using his phone. But with that being said, see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Peace out, baby.